Ну вот это вот я в классе, и нас обучают английскому бесплатно. Вот я просто пришла в класс и даю фрагмент нашего урока.
What color do you think I should paint my house?
If I were you, I would paint blue.
That's what I want to hear, what Gabby said. Gabby, one more time. What color do you think I should paint my house?
If I were you, I will paint.
I painted.
I painted blue.
Good. If I were you, I painted blue. You know all the answers. Everything is if I were you, blah, blah, blah. Okay?
If I were you, I'd painted blue.
Good.
What time do you think I should leave for the plane?
If I were you, I'd leave at 2. If I were you, I'd leave at 2.
If I were you, I'd leave at 2.
Вот сейчас я записываю фрагмент нашего урока в
Tell
школе.
me what to write here. We're going to make our famous box. But don't look at your box. Don't open your notebook. Don't open anything. Just from your brain. Tell me about the conditional. And while you tell me, I'm going to write. Okay, so it's an if and a result. So those are the two parts. So this is the condition, right? It always starts with the word if. Okay, so how many conditions are there? There are 3 conditions. So we got number 1, number 2, and number 3. So this is present tense, right here, this box. Okay, present. Is it future too? Can it be future? Yeah, it can be future. Okay, what else about number 1?
Real, impossible.
It's real. It could happen. It is possible. Our book, I think, says real. What else about number 1? What? Hope goes here or here? Where should I put hope? Here. This is where my hope word goes. Anytime I use this word, I have to use simple present. Okay, that's what goes in this box. Simple present. And over here, I'm going to put will plus simple verb. Okay, what else can I put?
May.
I can put might here too. Yeah, I have the possibility to do it. Okay, can. I'll put can here. I'm okay with that. Not could. I'm not going to put could yet.
In negative. Want.
Okay, my negative. This word can be negative, which is won't. Of course, plus simple verb.
Teacher, behind if don't.
Okay, so if I want to make this negative, I have to use don't or doesn't. Okay. If I use a be verb, what am I going to put for the be verb? Yeah, just simple present. That's easy. Am, is, are. And those, of course, can always be negative. Okay, is there anything else we need to talk about in the number 1? You did that very well. Can you give me an example of a number 1? Anybody?
If you have money,
If I have
money, I will travel around the world.
If I have money, I will travel around the world. What about one of these?
If I am teacher,
If I Are you a teacher?
no,
So that's unreal. So if I am
I'm a student.
if I am but you are a student.
Oh,
That's real too, but because we have to think of something that's possible but maybe not happening right now. So if I am here on Monday, if I am in class on Monday, I will
ready for exam.
I will be ready for the exam. Perfect. So if I am here on Monday, I will be ready. Because maybe she won't be here. She travels a lot. She has a lot of house guests. So it's possible Malta will be absent. But if she is here, she will be ready for the exam. But the exam's Tuesday. Okay. Anything else? I think we got it all for that number 1. So that was easy, right? No problem there. Okay, what about the number 2?
Unreal.
Okay, I'm going to say unreal here,
Impossible.
or impossible. That's a big difference.
Simple past.
And here I'm going to use simple past.
Wish.
And instead of for my to be verb, I'm going to use were for everybody.
Didn't.
And the wish goes here. Hope here, wish here.
And didn't.
And to make negative, simple past, I got to use didn't. Very good.
Wouldn't.
And so here I'm going to say would
Plus simple verb.
plus simple verb.
And wouldn't. Plus simple verb.
So negative, we can always make it negative, wouldn't.
And could.
Yeah, that's a good one to put here. Could or couldn't, both okay. Okay. This one can also be written as would be able to, blah, 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 simple verb. Good, those are exactly the same.
We use coding.
Yeah, we can make all of these negative. So there might be some place I couldn't. Yeah.
And we use might not also not.
Might. Probably might is going to be up here. Because it's possible. I have the ability to do it. Okay. Anything else? So you said that this is unreal. What about my tense? Am I talking about the past, present, or future? In this number 2. I'm talking about the present and the future. Just like up here. But the difference is real, unreal. This is possible, this is impossible. Okay, give me an example.
If I won the lottery, I would buy a house.
Perfect. If I won the lottery, I would buy the house. She's thinking about the future. If I won the lottery, I would buy a house. Good. If I won the lottery, I could buy a house. I would be able to buy a house. Okay, give me an example of this one.
If I were you, I would travel to San Jose.
Okay, if I were you, I wouldn't do that. If I were you, I would travel to San Jose. Why? Why? Okay. That if I were you, you hear it a lot. When people giving advice, oh, if I were you, I would blah, 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 blah. If I were you, I would blah, 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 blah. When we give advice. Perfect. Okay, now what about the number 3?
Had.
Okay, so instead of simple past, we have to go all the way to the past perfect. So had plus past participle. That's also the past perfect, right?
Have been.
So over here it's
Have.
would. We still have the would, but now we have to make it past tense.
Past participle.
Plus a past participle. Would have. Plus the, okay, wish goes here. When I make, and that's going to be, oh, I need to give you homework too. I forgot. So wish about the past tense. We've got to use this. I wish I had been there yesterday. I think you had fun, right? I didn't go to the party. I wish I had been there. Oh, I wish you had told me that you were sick. I would have brought you
Teacher, unreal.
flowers. Okay, so this is also unreal and possible, but the big difference is now we're talking about the past tense. So there you got all the verb tenses and all the possibilities. Past tense can only be unreal because otherwise we just use the past tense. It's already over. So we're imagining a past that, like Jennifer said on our video, that's impossible. A past that didn't happen. Okay, anything else in here? What about my to be verb? What would it be? My to be verb. Were is up here. Had been. Gotta be both of those. Had been will be the be verb. And anything else?
Would have been.
We could say would have been, could have, all of those. That can work. And
And negative wouldn't.
Would have be able.
Wouldn't.
yeah, negative of course is wouldn't. You're right. Negative over here is hadn't. Because we have a helping verb, we can make the helping verb negative. Up here, we have to use an extra helping verb. So that's pretty much it. Okay, and then something extra that they don't talk about in our book, but I think it's on a test. I can't remember. To make a wish about we use the word hope to talk about the present or future if it's possible. We use wish to talk about the present and future if it's impossible. We use wish to talk about the past and it's impossible. What do we use to talk about an impossible future? Then we use the word would. So often with wish, we use would to talk about the future. Oh man, I wish it would rain. I wish it would, my bank account would grow. Okay, so sometimes, and I think that's on the test, even though in our book we don't talk about it. Okay, but you're going to hear it sometimes. Also, don't forget, what do you need to do when you go to bed on Saturday night? Change your clocks. So Saturday night when you go to bed, because it actually happens at 2 a.m.
Back or back?
Yeah, so we always say fall back, spring forward. So this is the way people remember it, because these are the names of the seasons when it happens, but these are also verbs, right? So if you fall back, and if you spring forward, you jump. Spring is to jump. So it's the way we remember. You fall back and spring forward.
Can you please write the example for each one?
Okay.
Hard one, not the easy.
A hard one? Let's see. You guys gave me some good ones. Let's see. Let's reverse it. I will run out, or I might. No, I will run out of gas if I don't go to the gas station now. There's one. It's on empty. And I will run out. Or I could say I might run out. I will run out of gas if I don't go to the station. Okay? That makes sense? We want to use a be verb. And this is reversed. So I have my result first, my condition last. No comma on this one. But if I put my condition first, if I am in Santa Maria this weekend, because I don't live here, I will visit you. It could happen. I don't live that far away. Arroyo Grande is only 20 minutes. I could be in Santa Maria. So if I am in Santa Maria this weekend, I'll visit you. Okay? And then I might say, another result. Would you be happy to see me? Oh no, that one doesn't work because that turns into a number 2. So never mind. So if I am in Santa Maria, I will visit you. Both of those are number 1s. They could happen. So now let's go down to things that are impossible. That will never happen. If I were in, tell me a famous city. Give me a famous city.
Vegas.
Vegas? If I were in Vegas this weekend, because I'm definitely not going to Las Vegas this weekend. Not at all. If I were in Vegas this weekend, I would what? What would I do in Vegas?
Play.
I would gamble.
Lose money.
And lose all my money. So, if I were in Las Vegas this weekend, I would gamble. If I gamble, I might lose my money. That's a number one. If I gamble, I might lose all my money. So, if I, what would be one if I didn't have to work tomorrow? What would I do? I would sleep late. About that one. I have to work tomorrow. Actually, I don't, but still. Example. I have to work tomorrow. If I didn't have to work tomorrow, I would sleep late. I love to sleep late. Okay, that's a number two. I could change this to could. I could sleep late. I would have the ability. So that's a number two. And what about a number three? If I, what? Okay, if I had had money, I would have bought what? I would have bought a bigger house. Because I have a house now, but if I had had more money, let me say more money, I would have bought a bigger house.
Like a castle.
I would have bought a castle. No, too hard to clean. I don't want to clean a castle. But if I have that much money, then I could have someone clean it for me, right? Of course. If I had had more money, I would have bought a bigger house. Because my house is too small for my family. That works. So, does that help? It helps.